He's interested in providing alternative sources of livelihood for those involved also in crude oil theft. You remember at the meeting with the Ogonis, after the establishment of HIPREP, he mentioned that. He is very much, this is his legacy, restoring impacted communities. So he is very, very interested. And I'm sure it will be one of the legacies of his government.
All right, Madam, I guess we just have to round it up out there. We thank you so much for spending time with us on this program. Mrs. Joy Nune Okuno, the National Coordinator of HIPREP. We thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you. Stand with HIPREP as we start the restoration.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For many analysts in the oil and gas sector, the coming of HIPREP is indeed historic, while judging from the fact that it's the first of its kind in sub-Saharan Africa. Our guest believes strongly that this project is indeed committed to the restoration of health of the people, their socio-economic development, awareness campaigns, lands and shoreline cleanup and restoration, all in accordance with international best practice. While HIPREP begins to implement emergency measures in Ogoniland, which Nigerians also expect to spread to other communities in the Niger Delta, it is hoped that all data from UNEP as it concerns the recommendations will be implemented. Well, that's our package for this week. Don't forget to send us your questions, comments and suggestions to questiontime@channelstv.com, or also watch us online at channelstv.com. Well, thanks for watching. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Till next week. Have a good day.
It's 12 noon in Nigeria and you're watching News Track on Channels Television. Welcome, I'm Melinda Akinlami and these are the stories and reports we're tracking at this hour. Residents of Bakinladi in Plateau State are in mourning a day after 15 children were crushed by a commercial vehicle. The children, who were said to be members of the Church Boys and Girls Brigade, were on an early morning keep fit exercise when the incident occurred. Reports say that the youths from 3 churches usually gathered for the morning exercise by jogging to and from nearby villages, but it was an unlucky day as a vehicle carrying maize from Bukos lost control and ran into the children. The bodies of the dead and the injured were later taken to a nearby health center where the injured were given first aid treatment before they were transferred to the Plateau Specialist Hospital in Jos. And the search for peace in the Plateau continues. This longing has prompted government officials, politicians and security chiefs to hold different meetings, hoping to bring back sanity to what used to be known as one of the safest states to live in. The government at different forums has appealed to the warring factions to sheath their swords.
Stories of militant insurgency and inter-village attacks in Plateau State make the headlines regularly and have become a source of worry to the government and security agencies. However, things came to a head when attacks in the southern senatorial district of the state led to the death of several people, while the devastating effects of damaged houses left many homeless. The commander of the Special Task Force in Plateau State and the State Police Commissioner were part of a security meeting convened to seek an end to the continuous killing.
Shedding innocent blood is one of the gravest sins that man can commit. So I have come today to announce to you, as we all are going to agree together today, that this is the end of shedding of innocent blood on the planet. Why do we hate one another? How do we kill people different? Who do not know anything about it?
Officials of the Plateau State government also met with traditional leaders to ensure that peace reigns once again.
I plead with each one of you, as you read here, to turn on this new leaf and write for peace.
You are already aware of what is happening in the southern part of Plateau. The crisis, the killing, and the rest of them. It has touched all of us, and we decided as a government, you can see all these government, but we decided to sit down and find a solution to what is happening.
These sort of appeals are made by the government and security agencies, who also know that the ultimate responsibility of turning away from trouble rests with the people who perpetrate violence.
And the four northern governors are on the move again, and this time they visited the former Vice President Alex Ekweme in Abuja. Governors Kwakwanzo and Lamido had arrived in Abuja on a chartered aircraft and were received at the Abuja airport by Governor Nyako. The trio moved straight to the Nikon Luxury Hotel, where they were received by Governor Wamako. No official statement was issued on the outcome of the closed-door meeting. The governors had earlier met with the former President Olusegun Obasanjo, former military leaders retired General Ibrahim Babangida and retired General Abdulsalami Abubakar. The proof of a well-functioning military is in the ability to identify and end threats to national security. This is coming from the Senate President David Mark, who has challenged the Nigerian Army to up their game, even as the government is prepared to ensure that the military is properly equipped to carry out its mandate. Our correspondent Larry Lasisi reports.
Service chiefs, defense chiefs from participating countries, wives and families of the participating officers were all present to witness the graduation ceremony of Course 21 of the Defense College. The commandant of the college encouraged graduates to act proactively in the different leadership positions that await them. A view the Senate President agreed with, even though he also added a challenge to the country's armed forces.
You must be capable of making good decisions, and above all, you must be able to navigate the evolving security landscape.
Our armed forces must be agile and proactive by enhancing their capacities to identify and disrupt before execution the plans and machinations of these faceless enemies, including their sources of funding, arsenal, training bases, and recruitment efforts. We must remain eternally vigilant to reduce our vulnerability and constantly review our strategies.
It was then time for the graduates to receive their awards, with the loudest cheer going to the two female participants of the course. The participants spoke on their experiences during the course and what they have benefited.
We really benefited from the course, and I'm proud to tell you that we're now strategic leaders who can think very well, and it's quite rewarding.
For the 1-year course, it has opened up our horizon, and we